There was no single dramatic moment. It was the cumulative pressure of bulky projects with tight turnaround times where quality still had to be consistent. A lot of these projects come bundled with DTP services, which on their own demand serious concentration. And then you still have the translation layer on top of that. I felt the need for AI assistance to carry some of that weight. So I leaned into my skills as an AI prompt developer and built a solution to my own problem. The biggest issue I've observed across the industry is translators not aligning with structural formatting. And I understand why. DTP is a separate skill set entirely, but clients and agencies often don't make that distinction. They hand over a PDF or image file expecting a translated, formatted deliverable without ever asking whether the translator is DTP proficient. That gap is exactly what Replex was built to close. Replex operates on a clear internal hierarchy. Visible text, labels, headings, body content, notes, watermarks gets translated. Everything that carries functional or legal identity stays untouched. Numerical values, dates, URLs, IBAN, and BIC codes, brand names, file paths, and code syntax. The logic behind it is straightforward. Translating a bank account number or a VAT reference would corrupt the document's validity. So the boundary isn't arbitrary. It's built around what gives a document its legal and structural integrity. Currently, Replex maintains consistency through contextual awareness within a single document session. It recognizes recurring terms and applies the same translation throughout. For domain-specific accuracy, it leans on its training in legal, medical, and technical registers. That said, a dedicated user-defined glossary feature is on the roadmap, which actually leads into the next version plans. So translators will be able to lock in preferred terminology before the process begins. Entirely. It's all lived experience translated into prompts, knowing which elements to preserve, which register to apply in a legal document versus a medical certificate, how cultural adaptation differs from word-for-word conversion. None of that comes from reading documentation. It comes from years of doing the work. I basically encoded my professional instincts into the instruction set and gave the AI the right framework to operate within. Skewed or low resolution scans are where layout fidelity takes the first hit. If the scan quality degrades the text to the point where characters are ambiguous, particularly in dense tables, stamped fields, or handwritten annotations, Replex may misread values or lose structural alignment. Watermarks overlaid on text are another pain point. Replex performs best on clean digital, PDFs, or high-resolution scans at 300 dpi or above. Anything below that is where human review becomes essential before the output is submitted. A custom glossary engine. The idea is that as a translator, you bring your own terminology, client-specific terms, preferred legal equivalents, brand language, and Replex aligns its auto-translation output with that glossary rather than defaulting entirely to its own judgment. That bridges the gap between AI speed and the translator's professional voice. It's the feature that would make Replex feel truly personalized rather than just automated.